Hello, my name is Zach, and I like to backpack around the world. Good evening from Memphis, Tennessee. Here is Ryder. And if I look a little rough, it's because I just got through mowing the yard, so that's gonna happen. And I need a haircut really bad, which I will get to that in a minute. But first, let's open this beer up. Tiny Bomb from Wiseacre here in Memphis, Tennessee. Pretty good beer. So this is going to be my last video where all I'm doing is talking on camera, because in 6 days, as most of you already know, I am heading to Mexico. So then I will be able to make the content that I actually want to make, which is travel videos. Obviously, the past 3 months I haven't been able to travel. I've been doing the same exact shit for the past 3 months, basically, either staying at home or going to work, or for the past month I have been going out to restaurants. And then last week I went to Jonesboro, Arkansas, which was really nice, because any kind of travel at this point is going to help tremendously, because if you lock yourself up for 3 months, your mental health is going to go to shit, and that's definitely the case with me. Like, I am not okay lately. So hopefully once I get to Mexico, I'll be in a better place mentally. That's kind of the big reason why I decided to just say, hey, fuck it, I want to go to Mexico in June instead of waiting until this is completely over with the coronavirus. If I was to wait till September, October, when this thing is completely over, there is no telling where I will be mentally. I could be in a very dark place where not even a trip to Mexico is going to bring me back. So June sounds like an opportune time for me to go mentally. And I know these people who are pro staying at home, pro wearing masks, pro social distancing, anti traveling at this time are going to be like, boo-hoo, you couldn't travel, oh, poor boy. And these people are why suicide rates are going to go through the fucking roof. These kind of people are going to be the reason why depression's already on the rise right now. So you can blame those people for that. But I don't want to get too political in this video. I already did that in the last video, so go watch that one if you want to hear my opinions on what is actually going on. So I am going to Mexico in 6 days. I have no idea how long I will be in Mexico, and I have no idea where I'm going in Mexico. I know for the first week I will be in Mexico City. Depending on the vibes and depending on how bad my travel bug is to wanting to go around Mexico to Cancun, Cozumel, Playa del Carmen, Tulum, I want to stay in all those towns for a week, even though they're right next to each other. Then Merida, then Monterrey. I was going to say Cabo, but I was looking at Airbnb rentals, and Cabo is like double the price of these other Mexican cities, so I might as well leave Cabo alone until another trip at Guadalajara, Puerto Vallarta, Alquique, Tepoztlan, those towns. I want to go to all those cities if I'm honest, but I could just stay in Mexico City the entire time. There's no telling what I will do. Another reason I'm wanting to go to Mexico City is because every time I go, well, the first time I went, I found a girl and we dated for 9 months. So that tells me that Mexico is a good place to dating, because when I went, I had no intentions on dating anybody. I just hopped on Tinder just for the fuck of it. And then a day later, I was on a date with Yaneli, and it was pretty successful to where it lasted at least 9 months. And then I didn't come back to Mexico City until about 10 months later, and then I dated a girl off Instagram. That didn't work out because she was way too busy and I was only in Mexico City for a week, so that was kind of useless to go after. And also she was planning on studying abroad, so that definitely wasn't going to work for me. So a few days later, I went on another date with another girl, and that was a little bit more promising, except something happened in her personal life where it wasn't my place to stay with her. So, but I'm pretty hopeful that in Mexico City, or Mexico in general, my permanent partner is there. So I've tried dating in Memphis quite a few times recently. It goes to shit immediately, every single time. I don't get it. That doesn't happen in Mexico. It doesn't. In Mexico, everything is just a lot more peaceful in the dating scene. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's something you have to experience. If you are a white American, sorry to say it like that, but, well, if you're a foreigner in general, you go to Mexico, they're going to treat you so well down there, to where you are going to rethink your whole life, rethink your decisions, rethink on who it is you actually want to spend your life with. Do you want to spend your life with somebody in Memphis who argues and bitches at you constantly? Or would you rather date somebody in Mexico who's going to treat you fantastic from beginning to, if there's an end to the relationship, to the end? You tell me what you would choose. And if you have something like that in Memphis, you're lucky. Keep her or him, because that is rare to come by. Super rare. Cheers from Memphis, Tennessee. Tiny bomb. And also, I wanted to get some dental work done. While I'm in Mexico, but I don't think, I got something stuck in my throat. Also, I want to get some dental work while I was in Mexico, but this doesn't seem like a good time for an American to go somewhere like that and get work like that done, if dental offices are even open this time. So that's going to happen on another trip to Mexico. I have a lot of dental work I want to get done. There's a lot of reasons why I would want to go to Mexico, and I don't know, not this time, not this trip, probably not the next, probably not the next, probably not the next, but in the next 2 to 3 years, I would not mind moving to Mexico. I gotta learn Spanish first. I gotta find a good job. That's the only thing holding me back, is learning the language and finding a good job, because I have talked to somebody in Mexico City that can get me a job in Mexico, and they told me I won't go into those details because I don't want anybody snitching on her or me, but she can get me a job at a call center, but it would only pay $300 or so every 2 weeks, so $150 a week. I know Mexico is a lot cheaper to live in and stay in, but if I rent an apartment for, the cheapest I've found was like $400 a month in a decent area. Obviously, if you stay in a more sketchy area, you can probably spend around $200 a month, but who wants to do that? So that $150 a week job isn't going to go far. And then you got to eat and have a productive life while you're in Mexico, a worthwhile life. So that doesn't seem like a job for me, because I need a hell of a lot more money than that a week. Maybe this YouTube thing will kick off and I'll be able to make an income off this. And I guess I'll go ahead and throw something out. I don't like to ask people for money, but at the same time, the more money I have, the longer I can stay in Mexico. The more money I have, the longer I can stay away from Memphis. And I can make content for you guys. So, I have a CashApp for my American friends. I don't think CashApp is available abroad, internationally. So, I have CashApp. And if you want to send me money internationally, I have a PayPal. And I will have those links or whatever in this video somewhere, as well as the description for this video. If you want to send me any kind of money, go for it. I'll even offer perks. If you send me $5 US, I will eat a taco for you on a video and dedicate it to you on a video. I can do it on Instagram, I can do it on YouTube, I can do it on both. If you just want it personally sent to you and not put on the internet, not put on YouTube or Instagram, I can do that too. And a taco in Mexico probably cost, you can get 5 for $1. So pretty good deal. $1.50, $1.50. So if you send me $5, I'll be able to eat for the day. So that'll be nice. And if you send me $10, I'll get a beer for you. A beer is probably around $2 in Mexico. Beer isn't as essential of an item as tacos because you need to eat something while you're in Mexico. You don't have to drink, so I don't have to drink. But if you send me $10 to drink, I will happily have a beer for you and cheers you on a video on YouTube, Instagram, whatever you want. I would offer to send souvenirs, postcards, all that shit for even more, but I'm not sure if souvenir shops are going to be open, so I can't make that offer for you. But, or if you just want to send me money and not have anything reciprocated to you, then that's totally cool with me too. It's really up to you on what you do with your money. And if you want to send me any, all that we'll do is keep me on the road longer, keep me in Mexico longer, maybe elsewhere, who knows. I might have to do a visa run anyways if I stay longer than 3 months in Mexico. So I'll have to go to Costa Rica or Ecuador or something like that, or back to the United States for a minute. Probably not. I'm not going anywhere that I am required to wear a mask by law. Okay, we'll get political real quick. I think it's odd that a lot of cities are now putting into law that you have to wear a mask. Aren't you like 3 fucking months late on that shit? And don't act like you haven't heard what went on in Mexico, in Guadalajara. A man got beat to death because he wasn't wearing a face mask. It's bullshit if city officials haven't heard about that. 3 months later, it's just a coincidence that they're now making that a law now. And then this girl on Instagram was saying, oh, you're a poor white man, you're oppressed, boo-hoo, I don't care about the tears of white men. Well, it's not really a race issue at all. It's somebody's gonna get killed over not wearing a face mask in the United States in the very near future, and it's going to be because of what you want forced upon people. I don't think it's required to wear a face mask in Bartlett. I actually live in Bartlett, but if I walk 500 yards down and I'm not wearing a mask, police have every right to stop me, warn me, fine me. I think one of the punishments is community service. If history tells a story, it's gonna say that what happened in Mexico is gonna happen in the United States 100%. And I don't mean for this to sound racist, because it's not racist at all. It's just, you can see it from a mile away on what's going to happen after you saw what happened in Mexico. A black man or woman or child is going to walk around outside, not have a mask on. Police are going to stop them, and there's going to be a fatality over them not wearing their fucking mask. Because police are corrupt. Most of them. Not most of them, but 10% of them are corrupt. And those 10% are going to cause a hell of an uprising in the United States of America, further than what the George Floyd and Rayshard Brooks situation has done. And unfortunately, only until then, people are going to be pro-mask. Well, and then after somebody gets killed for not wearing a mask in the United States, then people will be like, fuck wearing a mask. Then people will be in the same situation I'm in, where, well, I both don't agree on forcing people to wear masks because, oh man. I'm just gonna stop right there, but the blood on the people who get killed for not wearing a mask, their blood is gonna be on your hands. For the people who are so pro-mask, they want to force you to wear it. If you don't wear it, you're gonna get fined. You're gonna get forced to do community service. And you could get beat to death, like the man in Guadalajara, which, over a mask, too far. I'm against making this a law because the law is corrupt sometimes. And then on a personal level, I cannot breathe with a damn mask on. Like when I'm at work for maybe 10 minutes and I have the mask over me, there's times where my breathing pattern is normal as usual, and then when I go in for another breath, I can't breathe. Like I can't make the breath. And I stop breathing for like a few seconds, and then I have to like rip the mask off because I can't breathe. And then when I went out to eat about 2 weeks ago, I was sitting on the patio because that was the only seating available at the restaurant where I wanted to eat it and watch UFC it. And when my server came outside, she took her mask off, and then she said to me, "I'm sorry, I cannot breathe. I need to take this mask off for a second." And then you have Karens who big shit restaurants for their servers either not wearing a mask or their cooks not wearing masks. If you have any respiratory problems, that mask is going to be a problem for you. Most likely. There is people who have asthma who wears the mask no problem. I don't see how. Maybe they have a different kind of mask where they can actually breathe in it. I don't know. But the mask I've worn, well, actually, I had a mask from Thailand. That mask was actually pretty good. I actually couldn't breathe in it. I guess I could just get a face covering that I can actually breathe in instead of the masks that I use. That's not a bad idea, but even then, my breathing is still limited, but not limited enough to stop me from breathing like the mask I currently have. All right, I think that's enough on this video. So in 6 days, Mexico City, Ciudad de Mexico, it's on. I want to say 100%, but anything can happen. Flights could get canceled. I could get rejected at the border. I don't know if I'll get forced into quarantine or self-quarantine. I doubt it, because I've watched other travel vloggers who are going to Mexico and they haven't said anything about any kind of quarantine. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. My name is Zach, and I do like to backpack around the world. And I cannot wait to backpack around the world again, around Mexico. Let's see what Ryder's doing over here. Hey, buddy.